Setting it all on the shelf. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew. I am alcoholic. Today, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I could not be any more grateful. It's Friday night. That means we have our Friday night crosstalk meeting tonight at 7 o'clock. If you or any of your friends are local to the Huntington, West Virginia area, we encourage you to come on down to 5747 East Pea Ridge Road in Huntington. It's a Pea Ridge United Methodist Church. It's not a church service. It's not a revival meeting. It's nothing like that at all. It's not an AA meeting or an NA meeting. It's similar to those, but not exactly. It's just a group of drunks and drug addicts sitting around trying to share stories and uplift and encourage each other and to help the newcomer coming into the room. We encourage you to come down and check us out tonight at 7 o'clock. It's the quickest hour in recovery, and I promise you, you won't regret it. Whenever I came into recovery, I had 46 plus years of preconceived notions and ideas and theologies, philosophies of how the world was supposed to work, how I was supposed to function within this world. And I held true to those beliefs. 2 plus 2 will always equals 4. It's when the sun is in the sky, it's daytime. There's certain beliefs and principles that I held near and dear to my heart that I was absolutely convinced of, that you could not change my mind. And that was the problem. I was never willing to change my mind, to allow my mind to be changed. But so by the time I came into the rooms of recovery in 2001, I was so desperate to stop drinking. I'd already tried everything. I didn't know how to stop drinking. So I was so desperate to stop drinking, I'd at least listen to some folks in those rooms that I was visiting. And I learned something about myself. I realized that the 46 years I had of beliefs, of philosophies that I had acquired and that I held near and dear to my heart, those 46 years of beliefs and philosophies never got me sober, never got me over this problem of my alcoholism. And so coming into the rooms, especially in chapter 4, where Bill writes, if a mere code of morals or better philosophy of life were sufficient to overcome alcoholism, many of us would have stopped long ago. That hit me hard. And I realized at that point I was going to have to take these philosophies and these theologies that I held near and dear, that you could not convince me otherwise. I was going to have to take them and set them on the shelf. Kind of like with my nail gun back here behind me. I was going to have to take them and set them on the shelf. And that was profound. Hell, just the fact that I was willing to set those ideas and philosophies and code of morals on the shelf to try to learn something new, hell, that in and of itself was a miracle. And I want to encourage those of you who may be new to sobriety, those of you who may have been in sobriety for a little bit of time, maybe a couple years. Don't be willing, or don't be so ready to stop your willingness. In other words, you want to continue to be open-minded and be willing to set your preconceived ideas and beliefs and philosophies on the shelf. A lot of times I see this all the time, and in some cases I myself am guilty of this. I'll get a new idea, a new philosophy, if you will, a new perspective on something, and I clutch onto it, and I hold onto it near and dear, and it becomes the gospel. It becomes law. Well, guess what? By me clutching onto that new philosophy or new idea, that new mindset, by me clutching onto that, hell, that could be just as detrimental. Even though we may, already have some sobriety and clean time under our belts, we have to still be willing to set our current ideas on the shelf and be willing to learn something else. It doesn't mean we have to accept it and adopt it right out of the gate. No, that's not true at all. For many, many years, I was told that cholesterol was bad. Now, that's hell. I drink cholesterol practically for my breakfast. For many, many years, we were told certain things. We had to held these certain beliefs, and once we set them on the shelf, we realized, hey, there's a better way of living. If you're not in recovery yet, and you're looking to get into recovery, keep in mind a line on page 42 Bill Wilson writes that it meant I would have to throw several lifelong conceptions out of the window. In other words, you have to be willing to set your old ideas, your old perspectives on the shelf and learn something new. If you're in recovery, if you've been in recovery for a while, don't stop being that way. Be willing to and be open-minded to at least consider alternative suggestions and perspectives and philosophies, because that, at the end of the day, that is truly how we grow. So with that being said, I'm out of time. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys absolutely keep me sober, and I could not be any more appreciative. We'll be seeing you guys tonight at the Crosstalk meeting. We'll be talking again soon. Remember, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.